Hi there, sorry, live problems, but I did want to just finish up, hopefully, with our lip color. We were going to do brows, but I'm getting nervous because this is very unstable. But we got out our two brow products, including, these are both from Daiso, and just using this spoolie. The other issue is that one of our lights is dying, even though it has fresh batteries. So just brushing up our brows. And do we use brow gel and then have some fill-ins with the pencil, or do we add pencil and then add, and the shape of this brow pencil is very interesting, right? So any sparse areas, just put a few strokes in there, maybe enhance that brow arch, and maybe extend the brow a little teeny tiny bit. And again, this is taupe. Our brow hairs are a little bit darker, but I feel like a lighter color of brow pencil prevents you from getting that, you know, rectangle brow that we've all seen it. It's disturbing. It doesn't look real, right? But we're cheating. We're trying to make our brows a little bit longer than they naturally are. So we're brushed up. We get out our taupe. I guess this is the one that's universal taupe brow gel. And maybe it's just going to make our brow hairs just slightly paler rather than darker, and thicken them up and get them to kind of lay where we want them to lay. You know, I've rocked with the brow wax from e.l.f. I've rocked with the different soap brows. I really am a fan of the e.l.f. one. I haven't laid down the cash for the Anastasia of Beverly Hills one, but I'm not mad at this. Maybe I can turn my other lights up since we seem to be having a little issue, right? Turn that one up, and then turn this one up because it's gotten dark out. This mirror is good. It's just, it's getting dark. All right, so you can still see me. That's the brow, right? And if we close up our bronzer palette, I'm really, really happy with that bronzer. We might need to go in with a separate, ooh, why is this? This is the Fit Me in medium 25. And here is a skin perfecting brush. We don't want to get too much on our brush. We just want to go over those places that look a little too pale, right? Just looking at those transition areas between our contour and our brightening powder from the Iggy Azalea palette, right? Who knew Iggy Azalea's makeup was that good? I heard that it had a good reputation, and I, you know, was so pleased with some of the Doja Cat products that I got that I was curious. We just don't want the nose contour and all the contrast to be so contrasty, right? Should we use a puff rather than a brush? It's too late now, right? Taking that under the eye, right? We do have a finishing spray available, right? To just de-powder the powder products, right? I've been listening to people on TikTok explain the difference between checking our live, finishing spray, setting spray, and fixing spray, right? Fixing spray is the one, I guess, if you're dancing at a concert or something like that. So we have the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk 2 in the medium shade, right? Getting that on the lips, checking our live. We're still rocking. I never know what knocks me off the live. If I knew, I would tell you. Alright? Pillow Talk medium is a little bit more our lip shade than the palest Pillow Talk. Right? Look at that. It just brings out the weight of color, right? The saturation of color that kind of matches. Trying to use our spoolie to get that little smudge of, I guess that was brow gel, off of our face, checking our live, right? I could even live with just having the Pillow Talk pencil on our mouth, but if we add the Dragon Beauty Dragon Glass, it's a shame because I do have a bunch of Charlotte Tilbury glasses in the other room, but I didn't think to bring those. Just getting this smells so good. It smells like a sugar cookie. Just getting this in the center, just so it gives you that C word wetness, right? If you think of your mouth as a metaphor, what is it that you want it to look like? Juicy, inviting, soft, and pretty, right? Using our pinky finger to tap that in. Is that enough of a gloss? It looks like it's enough of a gloss to me, right? Without being that glassy disco gloss. It's amazing to me, this product, which it would look like it's going to dry down into one of those, you know, kind of butthole dry looking products, but it really doesn't. Any excess we can dot on our cheeks. We haven't put on any blush. Do we have blush? I've heard so many things. We do have this Wonder Stick. Our live is rocking with us for the moment. What's the right way to get the Wonder Stick on the face, I wonder? I wonder if we should use a brush and stroke it across. Now there's two different tones in here. One is light peach and one is baby pink, right? That draping concept, right? We don't want to put it right on the face, right? But using a dense brush, ooh, this has powder on it. We're using an angled brush or a smaller brush. I guess an angled brush. Checking our live, squeezing the brush, stroking it across the peach color, right? Looking into our mirror, getting it right on top of that contour shade. Boy, that's pigmented. That's much more pigmented than I would have expected, right? Using the side of the brush just to try to diffuse that. I don't hate that at all. Do you see what I'm looking at here? Wow, I didn't know what to expect. Should I put that on the back of my hand first? I am stunned at this little Wonder Stick because I have to confess, the NYX Universal, what is it? Some sort of contour stick doesn't really do anything. The Universal one, I try and nothing happens. But this is like wild, right? And just diffusing that across all of our contour, getting it on the tip of the nose, right? The nose bridge, not the tip of the nose, getting it a little bit on the forehead, just for unity. And it's nice because the pink shades kind of marry into the pink and purple shades in the eyeshadow, right? I'm sorry, I'm indulging myself doing basically 2 hours of makeup. You know, so if that is the light peach shade, does baby pink have something for us, I wonder? Of course, I didn't close this before I put it in, but it's okay. I wonder if we need to get any more color onto our brush. You know how people say, just checking our live, you want to get the blush all the way up to the eye. Should we change brushes? Do we have another angled brush? Just to keep the colors discreet. I wonder if we should use something else. Here is an angled brush. It's a sheer radiance fan. Could be more appropriate for some highlighter, but again, for the baby pink end of this Wonder Stick. And this is the first Wonder Stick product that I actually am pleased with, right? Getting this onto the brush. We don't want to be too aggressive, right? So maybe this time we should put it on the back of our hand. but then take it on top of our other blush and take it all the way up to the eye. Right, so we're blushing right under the eye. Other side. Take it on top of the other brush and all the way up to the eye. Do we need to add another layer? Let's try it. Right? We're being fashionable. We're getting into the makeup of the moment. We're seeing what these products deliver, so that if we do our makeup faster and we do a transition on TikTok, right? We've got our luminosity underneath the blush. We're taking the blush up to the eye. It's a different tone than the shadows, but taking the over powder and giving us an entirely blushed cheek and under eye, leaving the temple bare, right? I get a little frustrated when I see people dragging their blush up into the temple, but using that to diffuse the chin blush, take it across the nose. That nose contour turned out terrific, by the way. And just looking at the gloss of the lips, that light and that contour on the jaw, that double contour, right? I hope that you're as pleased as I am with this look, right? We could even add an eye enhancing mascara, right? While our live is holding up, just getting a little on the outer edge of the eye. A little on the outer edge of the eye, especially on the tips. Maybe dragging in a bit, just to give you that contrast between light and dark, between the under eye and those lashes, so that when you look around and you check your live, right, you're seeing that sophistication, you're seeing that color, you're seeing that, you know, shrunken face, that femininity, that bright triangle in the center of the face. You're sitting back at dinner, you're thinking about, you know, looking pretty and looking seductive, looking sophisticated, you know, having maybe achieved a paler brow with a little product from our friends at the Japanese dollar store, right? You're thinking about brightness where you want it, depth where you want it, jewelry where you want it, and color and story and shape in an intentional way, and you're getting your makeup practice done. You know, you're thinking about the news of the day. You're thinking about our friends Amber Heard and Johnny Depp. You're thinking about what old Donald Trump has been up to in the name of the office of the presidency. You're thinking about what, you know, different people who've had levels of responsibility in all of this have been doing and not doing, and how it's all going to get sorted out. But in any case, this is Tanya in House of Tanya signing off. I just wanted to come back and finish this live. The live is holding up. This is my new makeup setup. This is my mirror that is not really lasting, and it's not as bright as it started out, but you know, maybe there's a limit to what I can ask Mr. Mirror to do. We do have an option to add even more of a gloss on top of this look, but I don't even think it's necessary, right? I hope you can see my face. I hope I have enough light going. But I'm very pleased with this eyeshadow. I'm so much better than I used to be, right? If we get a dot of this Milani gloss in the color Nude Shimmer, just in the center, look at how thick and glossy that is. I'm not gonna go too crazy, but just to make the lips look even more plump and inviting in the center, right? It's been interesting to see how people are removing their BBLs and going more toward their natural contours, right? People are still overlining lips. People are saying and writing that thin lips are on trend. I certainly hope not, for my own sake, but you know, things are always shifting in the world of fashion. It's not a bad thing. It's just something that, you know, it keeps us entertained, right? We can spend time on different apps and learn what's possible. We can spend some time in different makeup stores and figure out, you know, what's for sale, right? We can look at our makeup and see whether the texture and the color looks the way that we want it to, right? You can take a beauty sponge and tap over it. We can take a finishing spray from the dollar store, $1, and check our live. Wow. And it seems unscented, and it's not super alcohol-y, but if we, as the people say, take a sponge and press that into the skin just to remove any powdery appearance, right? So that when you step on the scene, if you just got out of the shower and did your makeup, if you just got out of work and kind of pumped up your makeup for the evening, for a gathering, for an event, for a party, that you press out any evidence that you just powdered and make it look like skin. Make it look, you know, of course, makeup and skin look not like airbrushed or photoshopped skin, but it looks like, you know, there have been some subtle changes and subtle enhancements that hopefully improve your appearance and let you be intentional about what you want to look like for the evening. And that is the essence of being camera ready, whether it's your phone, paparazzi, video camera, studio cameras, film cameras. You know, you just want to think about the colors, think about the shape, think about the era in which you're supposed to be, you know, living and acting and performing, and get it right, you know, at least according to the aesthetic that you have in your mind. And the better you get at taking what's in your mind and actually making it real in real life, that's the whole point. And I encourage you to experiment. You know, dupes are fine to get your beak wet, and maybe you do want to commit to your very favorite dupe palette and going all the way and getting the real one, so to speak. But in any case, things are getting exciting outside. I should hop off and do some other social media. I invite you to follow me on all of my social media: Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter. And I'm going to try to be good about posting in all those places. See you next time on House of Tanya. Camera ready. Bye.